Hey guys, day 58, back out here again. It's 31 degrees this morning. It's being a little chilly. Actually, it's a little windy actually too. But yeah, we're out here. Weight's doing good. We're at 218 today exactly. It was exactly 218 on the dot. So, but yeah, right on target where we want to be at. Weighted vest is doing well for me. You know, definitely. Putting a little extra on the workout, so it's exactly what I want to do. I want to try to burn more calories without running and doing other things. So that's what it's doing for me. So yeah, as far as mental goes, doing pretty good. Haven't talked to my separated ex-wife, I guess. I don't know what you call her, man. I always feel I don't know what to call her, honestly. But I call her my ex, even though I'm still married to her, right? Yeah, haven't had any contact with her in the past couple of days, and it's actually it's letting me be able to focus on my new path in life, right? And I think that's important, right? That it allows me to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? And we've talked about that before in the past. So yeah, I mean, there's what's the uncomfortable, right? Is of course the change, right? The uncharted territory, the loneliness, the just doing things on my own, right? And there's just so many different things, right, that I have to deal with, that when I went back to her and tried to help her with her situation with her brother, it was all changed, and I was right back into the mix, and it felt like old times. And I think I mentioned that on a couple of videos. So yeah, I mean, it just doesn't give me a chance to grow into my new life here, because honestly, that's the best path for me, is this new life, because things have been done, things have been said, things have, the future doesn't look very bright on that side, right? And I do still love her. I don't know if that will ever change, but 17 years is a long time, and it doesn't really matter, what she's done. And I mean, it does, but it doesn't, right? I mean, I will say that things that you do, right, you definitely lose some value. But I don't know. And that leads me into another story. I just found out yesterday that my old best friend, we had a falling out. But for like 2 years, he was my closest and dearest friend. We were inseparable. This is back in my early 20s. And he was a very, what do you say? I don't know, just very charismatic. It's very, he was a very, I don't know what to call it, but basically he was a good guy at the time. And, we actually used to do Bible devotionals in the mornings. He let me know God and Christ and all that stuff, right? And taught me, a pathway there of, what it is to be a Christian. And, for like 2 years, all I did was all about Christianity, reading the Bible, and living that life. And honestly, it was a life of really no stress. Everything had a purpose. Everything had a reason. I didn't stress about little things, right? Somebody cuts me off, it didn't bother me at all. Nothing made me upset. I just knew that it was God's, purpose and God's plan and all that stuff. But for 2 years straight, just reading the Bible, praying, all that kind of stuff. Of course, working too. But him and I got really close. and spent a lot of time together. Then he went away to school, and he changed. He was not the godly Christian man that I knew before, and I believe it was because of alcohol. He started going down a different path in life. But anyways, we had a falling out, basically because of the way he was treating my sister, and things like that. But yeah, I kind of set them up to be together and get married and all that stuff, and just turned out to be a terrible person that I just didn't know. And he eventually just kept on going down that path, just drinking and just totally destructive lifestyle. And he died yesterday. So yeah, so I'm not going to get into all the details about it, but there are pathways in life, right? He could have continued with the pathway of being a good Christian man and having a family, just having a good life. But he chose a different pathway, mainly because of his upbringing, and alcohol played a huge part in that as well. You just don't think right, I think, when you constantly are drinking alcohol. Or maybe you're doing drugs too, right? So it definitely had a huge effect on his life. Very isolated and things like that. But I'm just, the thing is that I kind of talked about this in the intro. There's a story about Balaam and the donkey. And you'll hear Christians say, and also Jewish people too, but they say that God used a donkey, and if God can use a donkey, he can use anything. So was my best friend, a donkey being used for me, or what was that, right? Because it definitely, all those years that I was with him, I learned some things that I probably wouldn't have learned. I had some wisdom, and some, the Bible is full of wisdom, and taught me a lot of different things about life. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I went that path at a young age. Forced me to read, which I wasn't really good at when I was younger. I just didn't have an interest in it. But all the reading and, it definitely prepared me for college and other things in life as well. So, so sometimes these things can have multifaceted benefits, right? So, but you think about Balaam and the donkey, right? The story is basically that this king, I think Balak or something like that, he wanted Balaam to go curse Israel, and he got on this donkey and started on this path, right? He knew where he was going, and I think it was like an angel or something stopped the donkey, and the donkey wouldn't go in the right direction. Like, Balaam came out and started beating the donkey and like, hey, you go in the right direction, and he wouldn't go. And so basically he couldn't curse Israel. And so that's what they talk about with God used a donkey to prevent, something bad from happening, right? Or doing his deed, right? So I don't know, maybe my best friend was, something that helped me benefit in life also. So I'm grateful for that. And I think, he had a troubled life, right? He had a troubled life in the beginning, and he became a Christian. He did a lot better in life, and then he went back to these old habits and these old things. So that's the thing, is like, even with my current situation, I could see the path that my current ex is going through, right? I mean, what she's going, what her pathway is. And it's not a pathway of anything good. Um, you can't do the things she's doing for a long period of time. But not going to get into that. But just know that, yeah, you just can't sustain that. And, you know, as a person that, you know, has a little bit more grounding, a little bit more, I don't know what you say, but like me, you want to try to save these people from themselves. I had a conversation with my friend from Jersey, and he was just like, you know, in his own Jersey way, right? He's just like, so you think you're going to save a person from doing something that they want to do, right? And it's just like, it sounds so simple, but the way he says it, right? It just makes you feel so stupid. Like, yeah, you can't do that, right? You can't save a person from destroying themselves or doing something destructive, right? They're in control of that, and they're going to do what they want to do. So I think for me, at least I do have my own peace, and I think that's really what it comes down to, regrets. You know, I don't have any regrets because I made that extra effort to try to save my ex from herself and her poor decision. And the thing is that she has her own destiny. She has her own pathway in life, and she's choosing that. And I wish the best for her, but I can't save you from yourself. It's just the way it is. And I could try all I want, but you know, she can look at her own, you know, what she's doing. She can look at where this pathway will lead and figure out on her own, you know, what's happening. So hopefully we can get the separation agreement signed. You know, I've talked about it in the past, but you know, we could just really just go our own path, because in some ways I feel like she's holding out on that because you know, thinking I'm going to be her parachute, and it's not fair to me. And you know, if she wants to go her path, she has to go her path, right? So this gives me ability to, you know, kind of do my own thing, right? You know, figure out my own life once that's done. Because right now I still have ties to her. So, yeah, like I said, I wish the best to her. And I hope she finds what she's looking for. And I hope she has some awakenings of her own so she can fix some flaws in herself. But I'm not the one. I'm not the one to fix those. So, you know, it's just the way it is. Alright guys, well, I think that's it for today. Only 2 more days left. And feeling pretty good, feeling leaner. Tried a different shirt on, like, that was kind of snug on me. Feels pretty good now. Still a little tight, but that's to be expected because it's an under 200 shirt. But I can still fit into it. And we're just going to keep on working, guys. It's only 60 days, right? This next 2 days will be 60 days. And we got 90 days. Got 120 days. And I'm just going to keep on going. You know, it's only 2 months. 2 months and already 25 pounds. So just going to keep on working this and get down to the weight that I want to be at. And I hope you guys keep on following. And we'll see you on the next video. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and like this video. And hope to see you on the next one. All right.